Good morning, students. Once again, it's my privilege and honor to come here and record uh, my video for Merchant of Venice, Act 3, Scene 2. We have just finished yesterday lines 110, and then I told you I will continue from there. So today we are continuing from line 110 onward, where Portia is the speaker here. And here we also saw yesterday that how Antonio was trying to, Bassanio was trying to go near the casket and choose the right casket. So we see here they had mixed feeling whether Bassanio is going to choose the right one or not, and she in fact was insisting that he wait for 1 or 2 days. And so here we see the casket scene is still taking place, and we have the two characters, main characters here, Portia and Bassanio. They are in conversation with each other. So when we look at here, how all the other passions fleet to air, as doubtful thoughts and rash embrace despair, and shuddering fear and green-eyed jealousy, Ola, be moderate, allay thy ecstasy, in measure reign thy joy. Scant this excess, I feel too much thy blessing, make it less, for I fear surfeit. So we see here uh, something that Portia is trying to show here. In the last 109 line, we saw here, choose I, joy be the consequence. So I here refers to Bassanio, and he chose the lead casket. Mind you, he has not opened the casket. He's just come there and he says, I choose you. So here, Portia has all her excitement and passions and love and the fear that she had, the mixed feeling that she has, whether he is really going to uh, do, whether he's really going to choose the right one. So now we say how all the other passions disappeared. Fleet here means disappeared to air. Whatever feelings they had, doubts, okay, doubtful thoughts, whether he's going to choose the right one, rash embrace, despair, where feelings were coming, sometimes negative, sometimes disappointing. So despair here means tension that was going through in the minds of Bassanio as well as Portia. So when we see here, and shuddering fear, okay, the fear that these two had, and Bassanio thought whether I'm going to choose the right one or not. He had the fear there. But when we look at here, after he chooses the right casket, we notice that the fear and the doubt are all gone away from the minds of Portia and Bassanio. It says, leave all the fear has gone away. In measure reign thy joy. Okay. Now here, uh, their joy is limitless now. Okay. Scant this excess. Keep this overflowing happiness. Okay. She says this is what she wanted. And then she says, anything in excess is not good. So if we eat too much, uh, we feel disturbed. So same thing happens if we are too much angry. Things happen in the wrong way. If we are too happy, that also is not good. So I feel too much thy blessing. Thy blessings is the blessings or the gift that he has chosen the right casket. Make it less. The gift of love. She is expressing the gift of love that she is getting from Bassanio after choosing the right casket. For fear I surfeit. Now here she still has a fear because excess of anything she knows that is not good for her. So she wants to control her passions, her love, and want the love to be overflowing. And this is how we see Portia expressing her feeling for Bassanio. What find I here? Okay, now we see Bassanio is finding I told you he chose the lead casket. He's still standing there and says, "What find I here?" Opening the leaden casket. Okay. Fair Portia's counterfeit. A counterfeit is the image or the portrait of Portia in that particular lead casket. What demigod had come so near creation? Okay, now here it says, now since it is a demigod or a portrait of Portia, now he's looking at admiring the portrait of her, and then he's saying, this is very original. Okay, had come so near creation. It looks very similar to the picture of or the Portia herself. Move these eyes. Okay, now he's trying to hold on to that portrait of Portia, and then he's trying to wonder, are these eyes moving? Okay, move these eyes. Are these eyes moving? Or whether riding on the balls of mine, or are they riding if my eyes are moving? Um, that's how these eyes are moving, looking at my eyes. Okay, seem they in motion. Okay, he feels that as he is looking at the eyes of the portrait, he feels they have the movement. Okay, maybe because his eyes are moving, so he feels the portrait's eyes are also moving. And then he's comparing every part of the portrait as if he's comparing the portrait's beauty with the beauty of the real Portia who is standing just next to him. And here are severed lips, okay, parted with sugar breath, so sweet a bar should sunder such sweet friends, okay. Now here he is trying to bring out the beauty of Portia through the portrait when he is trying to tell us here. Here are her lips, nicely apart by the action of a sweet breath, okay. Now is he uses the word sugar breath. Sugar breath is the sweet breath. Okay, and that is what he's trying to imagine in his mind. Okay, he says the breath is so sweet, partition to separate two such friends. Okay, upper and the lower lips. Okay, when they speak, so they are parted. And then here, next he is trying to say here, sunder here means separate. The two parts of the lips are separated, the upper lip and the lower lip, and they are sweet friends. Here in our hairs, now he goes on to the next description, and that description is the hair of this portrait comparing to the real Portia standing just next to her. Here in her golden hair, the painter has worked like a spider. Okay, now he is comparing the painter to a spider. This is the painter plays a spider and hath woven a golden mesh to entrap the hearts of men. Okay, now he says the way the painter has made this portrait and the way he has made the color of the hair, this is just to trap the hearts of the men towards the beautiful woman. So this is how he is trying to bring out. First he says eyes, then it goes on to lips. Third is going on to the golden hair of the portrait, and then he says, uh, making a golden web to capture the hearts of men faster than nets are trapped in cobwebs. So when you look at the cobwebs, the insects go into it, but they time to go in. But the painter who has painted the hair of this portrait has done a wonderful job, and this is what he is appreciating, bringing out the beauty of the hair. And in his heart, he is thinking this is the beauty of Portia's hair. How could he see to do them? Okay, he here refers to painter. How does the painter is able to paint such a beautiful picture of this portrait, and then having made one, methinks it should have power to steal both his and leave it unfurnished. Okay, now he says, but how he was able to see the paint her eyes. Okay. When he had painted one, it seems to me that it should have had power to steal both of his, leaving itself without a neighbor. Okay, now here he's trying to bring out the way the eyes have been painted by the point. It says if he has painted one beautiful eye, it says he could not have left the next uh, neighbor. Okay, next part of the eye, the second eye. Okay, it refers to here. Methinks he should have power to steal both his and leave itself unfurnished without painting it. He should have left it. So here it says, yeah, yet see to what an extent the words of my praise underestimate the likeness, for to that extent the portrait falls short of the original. Okay. It says that to the substance of praise, the kind of substance and the kind of praise he is referring to the portrait. He says, that's wrong, this shadow. Okay. This is how he is trying to bring out uh, uh, shadow here refers to the ailment or the sickness. Okay. And so here he says, yet see to what an extent the words of my praise underestimate the likeness, for to that extent portrait falls short of original. Okay. Now, even though he has given the description of the eyes, of lips, of golden hair, the painter, how he has painted different parts of the portrait, and then he is again he's saying it is still falling little short of the original Portia who is standing beside him. Okay, underpricing here means undervalue. The portrait, even though it's so beautiful compared to Portia, this value of the portrait is very low. Okay. Duck limp behind the substance. Here's the scroll. Okay, now he is after he's given the description of this particular portrait. Now he is trying to scroll over and see the slip of paper that is in this basket. Okay, it says the duck limp behind the substance. Here's the scroll. Okay, now here first is the portrait and then comes the scroll and the content and summary of my fortune. Sorry, it's continent and summary of my fortune. Now he is going to see what is written in that scroll. So he's trying to scroll over that words that he wants to see here. You that choose not by the view, chance as fair and choose as true. Okay, here it says, you have chosen. Okay, you have not chosen the outward appearance like gold or silver. They look very beautiful, but you have chosen the thing, uh, not knowing what is going to be inside. Okay, so you that choose not by the view, by looking at the view, the beautiful golden casket and silver, you have not chosen by the outer appearance. Chance as fair. Okay, fair here is to refers to he is fortunate enough to choose this, and this is the truth of choosing the right casket. Since this fortune falls to you, okay, fortunes is the winning of the casket falls to you. Be content and seek no new. Okay, it says it has come to you. Be content and seek no new. Don't go after another person or another thing because you have got the right thing. And hold your fortune for your bliss. Okay. Fortune is what? Portia is a fortune for her. All her wealth belongs to him. He's become the master of the house. So he says that is the bliss and the happiness that he's got after choosing the right casket. Turn your turn you where your lady is. Okay. Now here this is where he wants to just remember he is it says reads. Okay, in a way he is trying to talk to himself. Okay, so it's a gentle slow fair lady by your leave. Now this is where he is trying to talk to Portia, but here you that chose not by the view, he's talking to himself. Okay, and turn you where your lady is and claim her with a loving kiss. Okay, now he said that in a part of his body, the heart tells him, go, turn away to your lady and give her a gentle kiss. Okay, a gentle scroll, fair lady, by your leave. Okay, that means the scroll is trying to say you have not chosen. Now, what he has read in the first part is the scroll which tells him that you have not chosen the outward appearance of by choosing the casket. It's a gentle scroll, fair lady, by your leave. Okay, who's the fair lady? Portia. I come by note to give and to receive. Okay, that means I here is again come to note and to give to. Now there is a note which is telling him all this is written on the note. I come by note to give and to receive. Okay, brings the note and to receive Portia. Okay, now every casket that we had seen had some note inside it. And after reading those notes, the suitors were not happy and therefore they had to go back. It says, Fair lady, with your permission, I come as directed to give a kiss and to receive one. Okay. Gentle scroll tells her, Go turn and give a fair kiss to your lady. So it says, A fair lady, with your permission, I come as directed. I come by note. Note here is the instruction given on the scroll that to give a kiss to Portia and to receive her as his wife. That is what it says, give and to receive. Like the one of the two contending in a prize, none of the two contending in a prize. Okay, now both. Pasha was having his heart out whether he will choose the right casket. So was the doubt of Bassanio. And up here, as if they both were competing or in a competition, this is how he says, that things he had done well in people's eyes. Okay, now the scroll says, You have done well in the eyes of the people. Hearing applause and universal shout. Now, here he says, here he is hearing people shouting and praising him. And this is how I'm like one of the two competitors for a prize, thinks he has done well in the eyes of spectators because they are applauding him. The spectators are who? The attendants, the servants, and all the like Narissa and Graciano, Portia, we have Lorenzo, and we have Jessica, along with the attendants and servants. There they are all applauding. They are the spectators. And since he hears applause and general shout, he is giddy and with excitement. He does not know what to do because he's too excited about the whole thing happening in his life. Uh, Still looking around in some doubt as to whether those shouts of applause are for him. He's still thinking, well, did I win that? Did I win Portia? So he has that giddy is unstable mind where you begin, is it really happening with me? And then, oh yeah, it's happening with me. So then this is what the condition of Bassanio here. Green spirit and still gazing in doubt whether these pearls of praise be his or not. Pearls of praise, the laughter, the excitement, the clapping, and all that is going on, and the drums are playing, the music is playing. So this is how he says, is it really pearls of praise? Be his or no? Okay, be his your Bassanio's. Okay. So thrice fair lady, stand I even so, as doubtful whether what I see be true, until confirmed, signed, and ratified by you. Now here he is waiting. Now he's got the casket, right casket. He's got the lady beside him, but he wants the confirmation from Portia that she has accepted him as her husband. So therefore he says, I stand as doubtful whether, I'm still doubtful whether you have accepted me as your husband or the master of this house. And he says, What I see to be true, until confirmed, unless you confirm that I have done this. So, therefore, this is how he is trying to tell her, okay, you have to confirm that you have approved me as your husband. So, we are going to stop here at line 152. Okay, we continue here on the next week, and I will give you some assignment on, I will give you the quiz in the morning, and I will also give you some uh, clippings on uh, English language. And I want all of you to have total English with you because I'm going to deal with total English. Tomorrow morning, I will also, this morning, I'm also give you for next 10-15 minutes, I'll give you some assignment for language. Thank you. God bless you. Have a good day.